actually need to say no more. Back in 2011, when I launched my own business, there's no doubt about it that life was crazy. I was the CMO, the CTO, the CFO, the COO, the CEO. I was the chief of everything, the chief of marketing, the chief of sales, the chief of HR, the chief of cleaning up and emptying bins, the chief of absolutely bloody everything. And when we start off our own businesses, whether we're building a consultancy arm or you're building a coaching practice or you're building a business, the risk that we all have is we take on too much. We say yes, 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 and we take on too much. And even today, I heard it. So today, I've been running coaching calls with my Elevate community. This is a community of awesome consultants, coaches, and leaders from around the country. And this program is all about helping them achieve success. But during these calls today, it became really apparent that in this run up to the end of the year, too many of us are actually saying yes too often. We're saying yes more often than we actually should say no. We should say yes to taking on work. We say yes to attending meetings. We say yes to adding things to our to-do lists. We say yes, yes, yes more and more often. And the result is you end up fueling the fatigue and the absolute exhaustion. You risk feeling out of control, and you risk not doing the very thing that you should be doing. So what I want to talk about today is how important it is, why you need to invest time in saying no more often, why you need to invest time in saying no more often. You see, what I had to do and what I was advising these clients to do today is we've actually got to quit the yeses. You've actually got to be more intentional with when you say yes than actually saying no. No has to be your go-to. N-O full stop has to be your go-to. N-O full stop has to be your go-to, because the risk of saying yes all the time is you get exhausted, you lose your focus, and you end up doing the wrong thing. Here's what I had to do. As I said, I had to quit the yeses and actually start saying no. No is one of the most powerful words in the English language. N-O, full stop, no, is one of the most powerful words in the English language. You see, what it does is it's empowering. It allows you to make progress. It allows you to focus. No makes sure that you are actually doing the very things that you should be doing. Here's what I mean. Every single thing you do has a cost. Everything you do, every decision you make has a cost. Every decision you make costs you in one or all of the above. It can cost you in time, it can cost you in energy, it can cost you in focus, it can cost you in effort, it can cost you in money. So everything that you make a decision on has a cost. Every decision has a cost. It costs you in time, in money, in energy, in effort, and in focus. So every time you say yes, there's a cost. Every single time you say yes to something, every single time you say yes to taking that phone call, every single time you say yes to going out for coffee, every single time you say yes to doing that extra bit of work, every single time you say yes to following that shiny stuff, every single yes has a cost. Every yes costs you time, money, I just made up a new word. Time, money, energy, effort, focus. Here's what you've got to decide. You've actually got to determine whether the cost of that yes outweighs the benefit. You've got to determine whether the things that you are saying yes to outweigh the benefit of saying no. Because here's what happens. Every single time you say yes, it's taking, you're going to have to put your time, your money, your effort, your energy, your focus on that thing you've said yes to, which means that you are not able to put your money, your time, your energy, your effort on potentially the very thing that you should be focusing on. The very thing that you should be focused on. So we follow shiny stuff. We say yes to the coffee catch up. We say yes to attending that meeting. We say yes to following that possibility of something that might happen. And that yes is costing you and taking you away from the very thing that you should be focusing on right now, that's going to get you one step closer, that's going to help you achieve your goals. Here's the thing, right? We only have a few weeks to the end of the year. Few weeks. And surely you want to start 2022 strong. So it's up to you to get clear on where that focus is, on where you're going to put your effort, on where you're going to put your energy, on what you're going to say yes to. You've got to get really, really clear on this, because every single time you say yes to something that isn't aligned to what it is that you're trying to achieve, to those goals that you're trying to nail before the end of the year, to setting yourself up 2022 strong, every single time you say yes to something that isn't aligned to that, you are taking away your energy, your focus, your money, your effort away from the very thing you should be focusing on. And I have seen this all week, and I'm starting to get all week, I'm talking into last week, right? I'm starting to get really frustrated with it, because it's your business, it's your future, it's your career, it's your dream. Own it. Own it. Focus on what it is that you need to do, and really be intentional about where you are putting that effort, that time, and that energy. This is why you've got to say no more. You've actually got to revert to the NO full stop no before you say yes. Before you say yes to anything, take a moment. Get onto that balcony. Take a moment to reflect on that thing that you have been asked to do and go, what is this costing me? If I choose to do this, what is it costing me? What is it costing me in my time, in my energy, in money, in my effort, in my focus? Ask yourself those questions. And only you can decide if the cost of that yes is far outweighing the benefit. Here's what I know to be true. Building a successful business, building a successful consultancy, building a successful practice requires you to be very intentional about where you put your effort. Actually, Steve Jobs very famously said that his success isn't down to what he said yes to, it's actually as a result of what he said no to. So the thing I want to leave you with this week is thinking about the week ahead, looking at your calendar, looking at all the things that you have said yes to, looking at that list. Have a look at it and be really intentional and go, do I actually need to do that right now? Is me doing this stuff contributing to what it is that I'm trying to achieve this year, to winning those clients, to securing those deals, to setting myself up for a rockstar 2022? Or actually, am I following shiny stuff? Am I actually doing the things that I shouldn't be doing? And I'm actually, what it's doing is fueling the procrastination. It's taking my energy away from where I need to focus. It's costing me money, and money that I shouldn't actually be spending right now. So your success, to coin Steve Jobs' words, is actually a result of what you say no to versus what you actually say yes to. And what I'd love you to do is take some practice this week. Be much more intentional. Look at that week ahead. Practice saying no. Use the NO full stop. Take that time every single time you're being asked to do something. Take that moment to pause, to reflect, to ask yourself, is the cost of me saying yes right now actually taking me away from the very thing I need to focus on? Is it actually taking me energetically away from the very thing I need to do? Is it actually taking me away from focusing on the very thing that I need to do to move forward? And if it is, then go for it. Say no and actually focus on the things that you need to do. So this week, instead of saying yes, why don't you practice saying no? Why don't you see how many times you can say no today, tomorrow, every day this week? Maybe say no 3 times before you even say a yes. But get into this of saying no more, because every yes is costing you in focus, in time, in energy, and in money. And ultimately, it's costing you in achieving your goals and your dreams. So say no more often. Have an awesome day. See you again soon.